Yo, 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 what's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I was playing in the, I think, Orion Matcherino earlier today, and 500-ish teams, and we came into contact with Elevate in the quarterfinals, and I'll just show you guys what happened. It was insane. I was going to voice over the replays of the game because I was not able to record during it, so sorry about that, but hope you guys enjoy. Hopping into the first set, I only show one game from each just so this video is not, insanely long. So you guys can see we're going against Elevate. I forgot what we banned. I was drafting. I usually draft for my team. I think I said to go Amber 1. I know Evex, pretty aggressive brawler pool. So like yeah, we'll take the Amber first. Oh wait, no, never mind. They picked up the Hank 1. And I was like, we'll take Amber Lily because Lily is like so strong here, can change the game. And they went Gus and Bull, and I was like, okay, pretty free loot game. Lou just goes mid and can hold down any lane with like a good pinch. So I was like, we definitely have comp here, and like Amber can just burn whoever she wants, like right here. Like Evex goes in, but like he still just dies. Patchy gets frozen, I burn him. Optical, like low-key, does not lose lane like this entire game. Like I'm pretty sure he only dies once. So like he played so well in the Lily. And like as Brad is just such like a safe gem carrier. He wasn't running the invincibility gadget, but I low-key think that's fine. Like he doesn't even need it because it's honestly not even bad to just freeze. Right there, Optical gets the hyper super off and gets the kill on Diego. I think Evex tries to get the kill on me, but he doesn't. At this point, we're up by 5 gems, and I have a hyper super. I think I pop it here, and I get a double burn? No, I get triple. I do go down, but they're all burnt down. It kills Patchy. We have 10 now. Optical dies, which is low-key good, because now Brad has all 10. I get the kill there. Go for the super burns, Evex. Right here, I think Optical calls out for all of us, like, stay close to each other because of the bull hyper. He gets frozen before he even gets there. Brad has super, I have super. And at that point, it's pretty much over, so Optical pops hyper, but like it doesn't really matter. We actually end up taking this set. We sweep the set, and that's our first game on against Elevate with a good, nice win. I think it was a clean draft too. I can't remember the bans exactly, but I think we definitely played it well. So hopping on to Knockout. For Knockout, I think I'll end up showing 2 games because this was the really, really tight moment like in this whole matcherino. Like it was so unbelievably close. We had like over 30 spectators at the time. There was like just tons of people watching. It was crazy. So once again, I can't really remember the bands too well, but we first picked Mr. P because he's really good against most of the meta brawlers and even against tanks. Like he's pretty decent because he gets his hyper so fast right now. And then they go Hank and Jay, which is a good combo, and then we go Bell and Bonnie into that, and then they last pick the Sprout. So I completely forgot about last pick throw in this map because we already had the Mr. P, and I was like, I think that's like good enough. Looking back on it, I still think it was fine, and the Sprout wasn't even that big of a problem. It was really the Hank. But yeah, you guys will see. Brad hits a really, really nice mark. He was tapping this entire set, I can't lie. Optical pushes up a little bit too much, but he actually doesn't get hit. I call out to push on to Patchy, and we do get him pushed back. They have all their supers. I'm just trying to farm mine. That's like the hardest part. Like once Bonnie does get hyper and super, you should pretty much just win the round. And Optical's like feeding so much off of this fish. Patchy does pop his hyper, which gets a good hit onto Optical. And Optical does get hit by that, but I'm pretty sure I secure the kill here with my super. I think I jump at the last second. Yeah. So we do get that kill. At this point, it's a 2v2. Brad hypers and gets blocked off, but we do waste the Sprout wall. I get a nice shot there, so I'm getting close to my next super. Brad doesn't get the rebound, unfortunately. I get some really nice dodges right here, so I was able to stay alive. Brad hits another good shot, and I hit one, and then I super in just to get the pinch. I actually take out that round, but now I have hypercharge. Brad still has a mark, and most importantly, Optical has hyper super, so this is like a really good position for us. And Brad's just like playing so well. Like it's a really good Bell game, but he's like tapping this entire set. Hits another mark onto Diego. When he gets a mark onto anyone, really, like it just really helps us for endgame. Optical gets a little bit too aggressive, but he plays it very well, and Patch has to waste his super. So now he doesn't have that heal mechanic for the end game, unless of course like he takes a bunch of damage. I have my hyper super now. And I think we call out just to like, save it until the very end. Because if I get a stun at the very end, then it's pretty much like GG's because they can follow up on the kills if I even don't get it myself. They end up switching lanes, but like it's honestly not that good because Brad has a free matchup like no matter what. It's better if I stay on Hank, but like really any of us can be on Hank because Obstacle will always feed. Like the Patchy's gonna feed so much. I hyper super onto Patchy, and I somehow don't get the kill. It gets really low, but that pushes them into such a bad spot. And the bell bounce I think gets the kill. Yeah, it does. Obstacle manages to stay alive on 20, gets the kill into Evex, and then this part was so like I actually don't know how he got that, but Brad against the kill, and that makes it 1-1 into knockout. I'll show you guys the last game. At this point, like we're low key like sort of freaking out because like we're a good team for sure. Haven't made day 2 yet, but we're definitely a good team. Like we dominate most scrims that we play, and like against good teams, we always show a good fight. So, but like we've never like done like this well. So this is probably like with my new team like the best I've ever done with them, to be honest. Like comms were good. Draft I think was very good. I've been trying. And we had a very good start here. Because I couldn't push back into spawn. I did feed the Sprout super, which does make us have to forfeit a lot of the position. And I think he takes it back and puts it back in mid. So, like, I have to fall back even more. And if your mid falls back with the thrower, then, like, both the lanes have to fall back, which is unfortunate. But Optical's close to super. Brad's doing his thing, keeping Diego at range. Like, yeah, Brad was hitting so many shots this set. It was insane. Like, he was so dialed in. I haven't really hit too many shots. The gas is already closing in. That's a super down from Optical. I just called him out to place it because we low-key need like the distraction for the Hank. Patchy gets pretty low, but he does get the heals. I think Optical gets that one shot. I super in. Really good wall. Like for us, to be honest. And then I do die, but at this point, it doesn't really matter. Optical has super. He's really close to hyper. And I think Brad was like halfway to hyper at this point. So we were like really, like we were feeling really good. There were like some 40 spectators at this point. And Brad, once again, hitting tons of shots. Optical calls out as like 3 shots to Hyper from here. So we're like, okay, we'll just play for Optical to get a Hyper charge. And I did say to just place it down now because it makes pushing them back in the early game so much easier. Because we need position before endgame, or else it's kind of hard with Hank. Like once the Hank's posted up on the wall, we can't really do much. So as long as we can like prevent him from getting into like the walls, then it's good. Brad, he hit a couple of rebound gadgets this set, and it was like, he got his hyper so much faster than I thought he would. And then Optical does get his hyper super. I now call it to push up with gadget. I get a shot into Jae Young there, and I think I'm like 1 or 2 shots from a hyper super at this point. I get one more there, so yeah, I think I'm 1 away. Optical gets a little bit too aggressive. It's such a small mistake, but like it definitely did like cost us that round. I hyper super in and somehow don't get any of the stuns. I should have just gone for 1 guaranteed kill onto Evex, and I probably could have got Diego too. So just a calamity of errors really on that side. Like, it was really our round to win, and we would have swept Elevate. Just like a couple mistakes from us, and yeah. Held on to my hyper a little bit too long. I didn't get the guaranteed kill. Brad went down because he didn't know Sprout had hyper charge. We're talking about this in VC later. And none of us called out that Sprout had hyper at that point, so Brad didn't know he'd get jumped. And yeah, just a couple of errors, and there's nothing really you can really do about it besides work on it for next time. Right now, I think where Optical was saying like he's close to like another hyper, which was low-key crazy. This is how many shots the Hank is feeding. I get really aggressive here, but it's low-key fine because we have the Mr. P porters down, so it's not like the end of the world. Brad hits another mark. Like, he was hitting almost every single mark this set. I think he did hit every mark this set. And I call it to switch lanes because now I have like a free lane on left. I really should have pressed gadget to aggro onto the Sprout there, because I would have been 1 shot from super and I could have gone out of that position and actually got the kill onto Evex. So another mistake for me. And at this point, it's pretty much over. Like, we played this set so incredibly well, except for that one round where we made that small mistake. So yeah, that makes it 1-1, and we're going into hot zone for the final set. I'll just show you guys the first game from this set. We went, I think we went Amber 1. I forgot the bans, sorry guys, but yeah, we went Amber 1. They respond with Jae Young and Finks, and I was instantly like, yeah, this is a very good Kenji, and I was like, we need like another anti-tank maybe. So I said, let's go Bell, and Bell holds range into Jae Young and the Finks. So I was like, this is a pretty good draft. They do last pick a Stu, and I can't lie, like, I just haven't seen Stu enough in the meta, so I low-key forgot that's like always an option. But yeah, the Stu low-key does win them a lot of matchups here, but Brad gets a nice mark. I call out to let me walk up on the right side and keep optical on the Finks as much as possible. I I meant to auto aim my burn, but like my thumb slipped and I just like put it right down in front of me, so I didn't really get too much value from that. We're down like 20% in percentage, but like that's not that bad. I get the kill onto Patchy. He got over aggressive. Optical now. He just has so much health. Like it's such a good Kenji game, and like it's so winnable. And we do end up playing like really well. Optical gets a little bit low. Brad was also hitting like a lot of shots this set. I think I got like pretty close to hyper at this point, and I was like, I'm gonna try and get in the bush, but with Patchy there, it just makes it like so difficult. Patchy ends up pushing up as well. Brad popping hyper here. Gets one good shot. I don't think he gets super from this, but it gets us a lot of positioning. So it was a really good hyper charge from him. At this point, we're starting to make a little bit of a comeback. It's 77 to 50. Optical going in. I think he's like a couple shots to super. I pop my hyper super here just to burn out the grass, and it does end up burning Patchy. So I think it was a pretty decent hyper super. Maybe could have done a little bit better. I should have auto aimed right there. I should have just like done like a preemptive aim onto Patchy. Optical used a super there. Maybe could have saved it, I think. If he saves it, we might have had like a better late game, but in the moment, not much you can really do about that. Right now, we're just calling out like, gotta stay on zone. Like, it's getting very close. I get the burn and kill on Diego here, I think, but I'm so low on ammo. Brad's low on health, and we do end up losing this 90 to 100. So we do lose the hot zone set too. Like, there were such close games, and I feel like that's like just a sign of things to come in the future. You know what I mean? So good drafts. We played very well. It was the best I think my team's ever played, but like it's just those small mistakes. You know what I mean? So I'll post more Matcherino footage and like good clips later. But let me know what you guys want to see in the future, and peace.